Hi, my name's Amanda Violand, and I'm the agency owner here at the Violand Agencies. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're meeting a little bit differently than usual because someone on my hiring team noticed something in your background that stood out to them, whether that be your experience, individual qualities, or your work ethic, and they felt you might be a good fit to meet with me directly. Since we haven't been able to meet in person yet, my goal today is to skip ahead to the second part of the interview process and give you an overview of who we are and what we do. My goal is to provide you the same transparent information I received when I was exploring this career. That way, you can determine whether this is a right fit for you. I understand that this may not be for everyone, and that's okay. Today is really about helping you learn who we are, what we do, what our agency's career path looks like, and what kind of growth and development we offer. We'll also cover what we're looking for in a team member, both in terms of professional mindset and work ethic. This should take about 15 minutes, and afterwards, we would love for you to complete a brief survey or jot form that will pop up. So please take a moment to fill it out. I'll ask for your feedback and whether you'd like to be considered for the next step of the interview process. Now, this survey does not guarantee you advancement, but it will help my hiring team take a closer look at your background and resume. If we feel you could be a strong candidate, one of my senior managers will personally reach out either later this evening or tomorrow morning at the latest to schedule a face-to-face interview. That's where we'll really dig into your goals and we'll see if this is a mutual fit. As I mentioned, I am the agency owner, again, Amanda Violand here in Florida. Our main hub is in Tampa, and we have offices in Ocala and expanding to Sarasota soon. However, we are hiring across the state. So I've been really looking for strong candidates to help us with all of the growth that we're having across the state. Now, I've been with the company for 16 years, and this was actually my first full-time job right out of college. I do come from a blue-collared family. I grew up in Ohio, and we did live paycheck to paycheck like most families. And even from a young age, I knew that I wanted something more in a career. I wanted to find a career that offered growth, purpose, and long-term opportunity. In high school, I was involved in sports, so I am an athlete. I played volleyball, basketball, I ran track, and I eventually went on to play Division One volleyball in college. I earned my degree in public relations, and when I graduated, I was incredibly disappointed with the job prospects that I was kind of looking into at the time. It definitely felt like I was going to be trapped, living paycheck to paycheck, kind of like I grew up, with very little room for growth. So, what I did, I moved back to Ohio. I opened my mind to new possibilities, and that's when this company found me. What initially drew me was the mentorship, the training, and then obviously the people. It's all about the people you surround yourself with. And over the years, it's been incredibly rewarding because at the end of the day, we are helping people with our benefits. And it's been even more rewarding knowing that the work our team has done has impacted a lot of people when they needed it the most. Most recently, my husband and I lived in St. Louis for almost 10 years. We had our three daughters, and my team had a lot of success. And when the company asked me to progress to becoming an agency owner, I did say yes, and I did a lot of market research. I've always dreamed of living in Florida, and now here we are. I did a lot of research before moving here, and we decided on our main office being in Tampa, one of the fastest growing cities. And then we recently opened up an office in Ocala, and we're expanding to Sarasota soon. However, we are hiring across the state. So if you don't live in those specific areas, I still am interested in finding the best of the best, especially for leadership positions. And obviously, with this being one of the fastest growing cities and just a great state for the companies that we serve, the market is wide open. I'm truly looking for driven, motivated individuals that want to grow and expand here. This is truly a ground floor opportunity to work with my experienced managers and help us grow and expand across the state. My vision is to build the premier worksite team in Florida and then eventually expand to surrounding markets. So now that you've learned a little bit about me and what brought me here, let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll go over the company's history, mission, and the career track that we offer. All right. So, a little background on the company that we represent, which is Globe Life Liberty National, which has been around for over 100 years. This company is 125 years old. When I was looking for a career, I wanted stability, and I wanted to make sure that for the years of my career that this company is going to be here and my position is going to be available. We don't lay off. It's very stable. In fact, this company has more than $44 billion of coverage in force, and we have over 100 agencies across the state. This is our financial report cards. We are on the Ward's Top 50 list. We have been every single year, and we have A ratings across all the institutions that rate insurance companies. I'm very proud to be a part of the Globe Life family of companies. So, the Liberty National Division is one subsidiary under Globe Life. And we actually issue as a whole more ordinary life insurance policies every year than any other company in the US. We are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. We are a member of the S&P 500 index, and we have grown year after year after year. I wanted to point this out because, again, stability in the career is here. We even grew in 2020 during that year of all of the trouble that a lot of businesses had. We grew because what's great about being in the benefit market and helping people with things like life insurance, when it comes to times of uncertainty, people want things that are going to help them during those difficult times, and that's exactly what we do. So, again, a lot of growth, and we're excited to be a part of that growth moving forward years to come with us opening up our offices here in Florida. So, what is it that we do? The Liberty National Division of Globe Life specializes in working with businesses. So, this is business to business. We help mainly local family owned businesses, is kind of what we're really passionate about in my agency, although we can partner with any size company across Florida, and we help them with benefits for their employees. That's what we do every single day. Now, this is Monday through Friday, typical 8 to 5, so no nights, weekends, or holidays. Work-life balance is very important to this office. I have a young family. I mentioned I have three daughters. They're all under 7, so we've got a busy household, and being a part of a career that also I can spend a lot of time with my family means all the world to me. Now, the benefits we provide for the companies that we serve, we are Globe Life, so our main product is a group life insurance. It's our main product that sets us apart from any other company. We do have the best group life policy because it's permanent and portable for the employees of the companies that offer our benefits. So, unlike a lot of group term that terminates on an employee, if an employee leaves or retires, they get to keep our benefits at the exact same low group rate. And they're grandfathered into it, which is pretty unheard of, and it covers them till their 101st birthday. We also have a group term policy that is paid up at the age of 65, which we're one of the only companies that offers that type of life insurance. So definitely sets us apart. We have very little competition. And in addition to the life insurance, we also offer benefits. I call them living benefits that help employees during difficult times. A lot of these local family-owned businesses are blue-collared, so concrete companies, construction, roofing, landscape, but really even municipalities and government workers, we also help. I mean, really any business, but obviously if they miss time off work, there's lost wages. So we don't do health insurance. A lot of the companies will already have health insurance in place, but health insurance is designed to pay doctors and hospitals. Our benefits are designed to help those employees make sure that if they, are out because God forbid they're going through something like cancer, our benefits come in and help them during those difficult times. I mentioned I come from a blue collar family. My dad is an auto body man. He works on piecework. If you know anything about that, if he doesn't work every single day, and he did a tremendous job growing up, always providing for the family. But he is in that type of business that when he goes through a sickness or God forbid he gets injured, whether that's on or off the job, our benefits are exactly the type of things that can kick in and help them. It's something you can be very passionate about. It's very rewarding because it is meaningful work, being able to help with claims and make sure that process is truly smooth for the companies that we serve. So, how do we do this? We currently have thousands of current accounts that we have partnered with across the state of Florida. When we partner with a business, we do their open enrollment. It's very residual, twice a year. So we do an annual enrollment where we see all of the employees, and then we do a mid-year for new employees. And some companies want us to come more than that. So if we did have you be a part of the team, that would be part of your day-to-day responsibilities is helping with open enrollments, coordinating all of that, all the details, and making sure it's a really good client experience on the other side. But in addition to that, the reason I came to Florida, I mentioned I did a lot of market research. We are sitting on thousands upon thousands of small to medium-sized businesses, which happen to be the largest market for business to business that needs what we have, and so do the employees. I have a lead generation system that does all the hard work and makes sure that these are businesses that a lot of them don't have benefits at all, or they just have health insurance and that's it. And we come in and show them how they can help their employees. And it's all about that client experience. We truly serve. It's a lot of education, just educating them on how we can help them. But when you do a really good job with a business owner, all these local owners know each other. So these great networks build and they start referring you to other business owners. So, what's our employer process? Kind of the day-to-day responsibilities. You're going to be meeting with HR directors or business owners, whoever makes that decision for benefits. And our process is pretty simple for the employer to understand. I mean, benefits help you retain employees. Americans want to get their benefits through work. They don't want to have to go on the individual side to get things like life insurance and these supplemental type things because it's a lot more expensive. It's harder to qualify. And what we have found with a lot of the blue collared industries that we serve is a lot of times people just don't have it. So employees, the employee morale, the employee response to us being a part of their benefit plan is really high. And then obviously, when we get to talk to the employees during open enrollment, we help protect the ones they care about most. And our entire process, it does help the employer save valuable tax dollars through our pre-tax benefits that the employees participate in. So, just in a nutshell, when we meet with these business owners, because these are employee-owned benefits that those employees get to keep at a very low group rate, it actually doesn't cost the business owner anything to partner with us. The employees pay for their benefits through payroll deduction. So, this is a way for these business owners to provide more benefits to their employees to help retain them at no cost, direct cost to them as business owners, and it's going to save them in the long run. So there's no downside for a business to want to partner with us, which is exactly why we want to keep growing and expanding because there's thousands upon thousands of businesses that need our services. So our presentation, when you do meet with a business owner, it's very easy to use. It's easy to duplicate, especially if you are a leader and you want to help us run a team. It's very client friendly. It's all about serving those clients. And our entire enrollment system, when we do meet with an employee, is all about covering their needs. It's very needs based. And again, it's a lot of just educating them and allowing the employees to pick the benefits that make the most sense for them. Now, we will train you on this entire process. I love people from all different backgrounds. So if you have an education background or you come from, you know, like nursing or any type of industry that's geared towards helping people, a lot of times people do great coming into this industry, but also blue collared industries do well. So it doesn't matter what background you have. I'm looking for the best of the best people that want to help truly serve and make a difference in Florida. That's who I want to surround myself with. As far as the systems, we can train you. So we have everything pretty much down to a science. Like I mentioned before, this is a 125-year-old company. We know what works. I have 16 years experience. So we do have it, like I said, down to a science. So what we do is if we did bring you onto the team, we would do a classroom orientation the first week, get you set up with our technology, get you familiar familiar with all of our products so you can be passionate about it. And then just go over, how we talk to people, what is that initial introduction to a business owner look like, et cetera. That's what we cover that first week. Then you progress on to field training for a couple weeks. That's more hands-on training with our management team. You'll be with them side by side, working with businesses. They'll lead a lot of it at first and then slowly get you involved. But until you feel comfortable during that field training process, and we make sure we are actually with you to see you have success in the process, we'll keep you in that field training process. Now, for me, when I was looking for a career, I wanted to continue to grow, not only personally, but also professionally. So, we do have additional online training, advanced training that we go over updates on products, updates on systems and processes that we do across the agency. And then, if you want to be a part of our leadership team, we do leadership development. My leaders are in a position to, it's servant leadership. So we do a lot of management development. So if you don't have leadership experience and that's something that you want a career that you can grow, and we have that environment for you to continue to move up and progress in your career. So let's deep dive into how we get compensated. The number one reason people choose a career in the insurance industry, obviously, this is a very lucrative career, is for the residual income. They're called renewals. It's something unique that we do earn. This is a passive income. It is money made while you're sleeping from our clients. So every business that you help and the employees that we serve with our benefits, those are your clients that you're responsible for. It's true account management, representation, and a percentage of what the employees pay every single month will always pay back to you as their representing team for the lifetime of those policies. But what's great about the worksite business to business model is we're not just dealing with one family at a time, it's groups of employees. So you're adding 50, 100 employees at a time. So over time, you can build very large renewals. We do have a 10-year vesting program where every year you become 10% vested. So once you're here 10 years, you can technically walk away and retire, and whatever your renewals have built up to will continue to pay to you. I do have a manager here that has been with me about 5 years. She's 50% vested. Her renewals are close to $6,000 a month. I mean, quite frankly, if she walked away, those renewals will still pay to her at 50%, $3,000 a month for the lifetime of those policies. So that's how that works. Now, Warren Buffett said it best, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that is very, very true. When I was looking for a career, I wanted something that I could really build a future. The residual income aspect of how we get compensated, it is a way to build wealth over time and a legacy for your family, and it's very, very rewarding. Now, in addition to our weekly pay, or excuse me, our residual income, we do get weekly pay as well. We have a direct pay, weekly bonuses, all in addition to the renewals that we earn. And then as you move up into leadership, or if you do join our leadership team, we do have weekly bonuses for management. We are 1099 independent contractors here because you want to have ownership with the accounts that you work with and the residual income that you're earning. So this is a true independent role where you have control over your schedule, the workflow, and how you deliver results. As a contractor, what ends up happening is you do take more home per hour compared to a W-2 employee, and you have the ability to deduct business expenses as well, which obviously, if we bring you onto the team, we will go over how all of that works. And many of the people that work in this agency have used this role to build their portfolio, expand into new territory, and transition to high-level leadership roles as well. And all of us, including myself as an agency owner, went through the same interview process that you are going through. So who are the types of people that we seek? Definitely team builders. I have a lot of plans to, like I said, expand throughout the state. And the people I like to surround myself with, you have to have that true passion for wanting to help others. At the end of the day, that's what our benefits do, is they help people during those difficult times. So just having that heart for the people that we serve. We do ask that you be coachable, willing to listen and learn. Our systems work, they're proven. We have years and years of experience working with these businesses. So we would definitely want you, especially if this is a career change, to come in coachable, willing to learn the processes and apply it with our clients. Integrity. Our culture of our office is we do things the right way. Honesty, integrity. We want to be here for the next 100 years, this agency, even though we'll be, long gone and retired, but we want to do things the right way, even when nobody's watching. And then just having that self-worth with your client, taking that ownership and believing that you're worth more than you've been making in the past. Now, we do have a career track for leadership. We do a lot of leadership development because obviously we are currently expanding our teams. And I am looking for somebody as quickly as 2 months to step up into more of a supervisor role. I have these teams built. I do need some help with the training and developing piece. That's more of that supervisor position. Once you get used to all of our training and developing, this would be the first level of leadership. From there, as your team builds around the 6 month mark, is more of a general manager role where you're overseeing that team of supervisors. This general manager role is really geared towards grooming you with leadership development to run your own team, which is the agency director role. I currently have 6 agency directors. A big portion of them are based out of our Tampa office. However, we are opening up that Sarasota office very soon, which I do have a couple agency directors going down there. So I am looking for this role here for our Tampa office, both our Ocala office, and some new agency directors to add to the teams that are going down to Sarasota. But again, if you live in other parts of the state of Florida, we do have the vision of opening up an office in Melbourne, West Palm, up in Jacksonville, and then heading over to the Panhandle. Now, each one of these regions, I do need a regional agency director to oversee each one of those operations. That's what this regional agency director role is. And then from there is the agency owner role. I didn't want anybody to hold me back in my career. This company is growing and expanding offices all over the United States. Obviously, if I didn't want somebody to hold me back, I'm not going to hold you back. If you have the desire that one day you want to run your own office, this career has done so much to change my life. I will help you every step of the way to get in an agency owner track so one day you could run a state of your own. So, let's talk about the culture of our office because I know when you're looking for a home for your career, and we want longevity here, okay? We're going to dedicate a lot of time and effort in the training, but our culture is one where we have a lot of fun. It's very upbeat, great team camaraderie. Like I said, we do the right things with honesty and integrity, but also we are so blessed to be able to have such a phenomenal career with helping people that I believe that if you're blessed, that you need to be a blessing to others. And in addition to that, we do have a lot of fun doing conventions and different contests where we travel all over the United States, but also go to tropical locations such as the Bahamas, Dominican Republic. So every year you'll be eligible for an annual convention. And we also go to places like Las Vegas, Nashville, New York, LA. It's very exciting. And if you're a part of our team, we'll help you get there. Now, I did mention if you're blessed, be a blessing to others. We do have a charity that we're heavily involved in called Make Tomorrow Better. Just in 2024 alone, we donated across the entire company $7.1 million to different charities all across the United States for underprivileged children, abused women, and veterans. It's something we're really passionate about. So if you're a part of our team, you'll also get involved with our charities. So what are some keys to success if we do bring you onto the team? We are professionally licensed here. We do deal with people's personal financial information. So we are licensed by the state. I'm going to go over that in the next slide. But we do ask that you have some technology to use if we do hire you on, at least a smartphone and laptop. We do provide all the technology and software that goes on to that technology. And then we do ask that you embrace our culture, our team camaraderie with positivity and open mind and coachability, and then just have that entrepreneurial general attitude. I find the best people on my team are driven, they're go-getters, they take ownership in this agency just like I do. And when you surround yourself with winners and people who are like-minded, amazing things can happen. And we're already having so much success. I'm just looking for those last couple people to help us continue that growth. Now, the licensing process, I help you, if I do hire you, if you're not currently licensed, which is the 215 life and health license in the state, I help you with this process. It's a very simple, it usually takes most people about 2 weeks to obtain, but we get you in a study course, you take a multiple choice test, we do a background check, and then we apply with the state. What I do is what's called a license reimbursement. It is your own professional license. I just help you obtain it, which we will talk about in the next step of the interview process. So, what's next? At the end of this meeting, a survey and jot form is going to pop up. Go ahead and fill that out with some feedback on whether or not you think this would be a good career fit for you. My leadership team is going to evaluate it. We're all going to discuss it when they come in. And if you've been chosen as a candidate to meet with me directly, face to face, we're going to contact you as quickly as within to either today or tomorrow. And we might have some last minute questions before scheduling that final interview, but just be ready for that phone call. Okay. Well, thank you for your time and good luck with the process.